What is up? It's your boy Tien. I'm looking classy today. Feeling good. Just brushed my teeth. Always gotta brush your teeth. I'm sorry, I forgot to bring this towards my mouth. I just broke my mic. Just broke my mic. I think I just broke my mic, guys. Fuck. That's what happens when you're too deadly with it. These hands are deadly. Trust me. I'm gonna go no jack. Actually, you know what? For you guys, jacket on. Okay. Well then. It's interesting. So, it is me, your boy Tian. Now, we are here with part... What is it? Part 7? No, part 6. Part 6, right. Part 6 of What If Deku Was From For Honor. Now, I believe in the last part, we ended off. Ah, yes. Deku was being attacked by the man who's able to shoot metal out of the ground. I believe I made him. Yeah, I made him. Yeah, that's Vulcan. His name is going to be Vulcan. I made him because, I don't know, I wanted another person for him to fight, because fighting is fucking awesome. So, fuck you if you hate me. Yeah. So, there it is. Now, we continue off in a different place, however. A place where Deku is not. With Deku, well, with Apollyon picking up her blade as she seems to get bored of just waiting around, yelling at Shigaraki as he is fighting Aizawa. Shigaraki turns to Apollyon, singling Kirigiri to handle Aizawa. Their argument continues from last time, until Kirigiri is thrown past them bound in a ball of bandages, smacking up against the wall, unable to move. Tomura says, "Oh, so you kids want to pretend to be heroes, do ya? Well, why shouldn't we give them their combat training a little bit earlier?" Tomura raises his hand, commanding all of his minions to fight Aizawa's students. But there's only 2 barracks of his army left. Before he could even look around and see Deku beating the shit out of his men. By beating them, I mean just slaughtering them, just straight up just executing every single goddamn one. He gets a roundhouse kick to the face, courtesy of Aizawa. Apollyon sees this and wastes no time, and drops down from the sky like a goddamn eagle, barely missing her drop attack, of course. But as always, she has planned for this. Kicking Aizawa, it stuns him. She throws all of her weight into a strike sent from hell. Upheaving the ground with it, the sword that has fought 1,000 wars rips through his defense and cleaves through the scarf that he had to protect him. Aizawa, predicting this attack, goes for another roundhouse. Apollyon. "Ha! You mistake me for a fool. You preemptively dodging and then holding her hand up to catch the foot." However, once Aizawa's foot was close to being caught, he thrusts his scarf into the ground, spinning a whole 360 degrees, kicking her claw hand straight into her face, scarring her and breaking her helmet, while also grabbing onto her sword, ripping it out of her hands, blasting her back into a now shambling wall. Apollyon takes a second to breathe, recollecting herself. She falls dead silent. She rips off her claws from her helmet, her bloodlust leaking out of the cracks of her worn-torn armor. Aizawa grabs the sword and throws it far away, crashing it and throwing a minion off the cliff that was attacking Froppy and crushing the minion under its weight. Deku. "You bastard! You cut my nose in half! I'll make you pay." This is on the other side of the battlefield. Deku throws his axe, attempting to cleave off Vulcan's head from his shoulders. A sudden wall of gleaming metal spikes up from the ground, upheaving the land around it. It's a type of metal shield if you could say, really. Then he turns towards Deku, shooting out hundreds of knives, all of them missing, of course, as Deku is a master at dodging. But all of his smoke bombs could not do enough. As he kept on dodging, he was running out of stamina. It seemed almost endless, the amount of daggers that Vulcan can conjure. After a few minutes of fighting and dodging endlessly, Deku gets a metal dagger straight to the stomach. This one carves deep. It was a critical hit, making him bend his knees to the ground, throwing up some blood, as Vulcan looms over Deku, showing off his superiority at the edged weapon, holding out his hands as if pretending to give him another chance. Deku remembers this technique, that he had used the same to conjure metal from the ground. It was the same motion that he did with his hand. Deku puts up his hand. His other hand slips under his legs, grabbing his axe, pulling it out from under him, slicing through the calves of Vulcan. Blood splays everywhere. Vulcan. Ah, you son of a bitch! My fuck! Deku quickly rises to his feet, spinning his axe faster and faster. Flips it up and slices Vulcan in the chin, splitting his chin in half. Deku stops in the middle of the air, bringing it back down. As Deku's attack goes down, but Vulcan is nowhere to be found, but a portal on the floor. The perspective flips over again. Apollyon. You are stronger. I finally have somebody worthy to test this out. Prepare yourself, hero. Releasing all of her bloodlust, she controls it and brings it to her sword of her own, making lots of her bloodlust. If she uses this technique, she'll lose all of her bloodlust if she uses it for too long. She charges at Aizawa, riling up her sword, extending it out to become even bigger before she hits him, so he did not expect it. When he dodges, it went straight through him. As he went down to the blade, kicking her stomach, but she grabs his legs, throwing them over her onto the ground, smacking him in the face. She grabs his legs and holds out the sword, shape-shifting it into a small dagger to stab him in the leg, but suddenly she gets torched by Todoroki in the face by a fireball. Then she's blasted off the cliff by Bakugo. This hurts her severely and blows her into the waterfall below, and assumed dead by the rest of the students. Back to Deku. Deku says, shocked, Kyogiri! Shit, I can't handle both of them. But then thinking in his head, he thinks they're both injured, so I have to use this to my advantage. Kyogiri shouts, protect us! We need healing, and a monster is in need of killing. He makes a portal, bringing their reserves out. Deku, slightly silent, excited for this challenge, smiles again. He's almost pumped up for this. At the state of the reinforcements, as Vulcan was making weapons for them. Deku shreds through 3 of them, taking care of the rest, using a bloodlust amplified speech. He brutally delivers this line. I took 1 slice to kill 3 of your friends. How do you think you're going to do? The men run away as Deku leers over to Kyogiri, but then Shigaraki rises from a body pile, grabbing Deku from the throat, starting to dematerialize it. He grins from ear to bloody ear. Deku, however, does not return this chuckling and humor. But then he headbutts Shigaraki in the face, making him take a step back as he says, you motherfucker! Then Deku grabs Shigaraki's head and bashes it into the ground over and over and over again, until Vulcan is throwing knives again, which he continues to dodge. This time he has a plan, however. He gets behind Vulcan. But Kitagiri gets in front of him, blocking him with a shield that was made of the metal that Vulcan had made. Deku stabs even harder into it this time, using it as leverage to push him into the wall, kicking the shield into his face, partially cracking the seal, and then kicking even deeper into the seal, cracking it even more. He ignores Shigaraki with his body falling to the floor. He looks back over to Vulcan as his body starts to reflect that of Hitokiri's. His shadows start to mold. He starts to vibrate, almost. This stare. It was a death threat straight to Vulcan. He started freaking out. Someone help! Someone please help me! Listen, man, whatever you want, I can give it to you. Just please don't. Deku. Shh. Makinani. Deku cleaves every limb from its socket, including his head, which he tucks behind his back. For later. Suddenly, Bakugo shouts, "Fuck this!" Confusion. "Everybody dies!" Aizawa. "Bakugo, no!" But Bakugo continues and blasts Deku and Tomura off the cliff. However, Tomura is saved by Kirigiri. Deku falls into the waterfall below. Later into the cave. Deku wakes up. Some blood drips onto the floor to the left of him. As he gets up from the water, he realizes that it's not his own. This must be hers. So, you have a choice here. Now, this is something I want to do special for my channel. I want to make this... Okay, I'm going to explain what it is. I should probably make a video about it on its own. But you know what? Fuck you. I need to get this to 20 minutes. So we're going to take 4 minutes explaining all of this shit. You ready? Here we go. Okay, so each time I do a video, a video series, I'm not gonna guarantee I'm gonna do one of these. But these, I'm going to be doing... Most likely I'm going to be doing it. Because there's going to be a crossroads, okay? So what you can do is you can either save her or kill her. You can decide whatever Deku wants to do. I will make 2 separate ways that this can go. Now, each way is, I would say, not equally as awesome, but sometimes it'll lead to funny situations. And some of them I'll love more, so I'll do more. Just don't expect it from me, okay? Don't expect that I'll go so all out on those. Especially if I go like 20 parts on one, and I haven't even gotten to like 3 parts on the second what ifs. Most likely, I'm going to kill him in one, in like 2 parts, and the other one I'm going to have like some pretty cool stuff happen. Like, that's gonna happen. Also, how you can actually affect it yourself, trust me, you can. You can comment after a video on if you don't like how I ended it, okay? Maybe I killed your favorite girl. Most likely. I love killing people. Don't take that out of context, god fucking damn it. I kill Uraraka. You're like, no, don't kill Uraraka. I'll be like, fine. I'll make a what if, I'll make a part, okay? You just have to comment it. Someone has to comment, okay? I've only had 2 comments. How is this fucking possible? You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm getting too mad. This still has to go 2 minutes. Oh, god fucking damn it. Okay, so also, what I want to get clear is that I'm not going to be going so far with these. No. Okay. Things I want to explain. So, basically the switching between the characters, between the battlefield, that will happen during a battlefield segment. Now, these are going to also be specialty of my channel, as the splitting parts of the what if are going to be. So, specialties of my channel, splitting up what ifs. Separating parts of the what ifs. Having, I'm going to have battlefield things. because there's all these huge battles throughout My Hero Academia, right? And a lot of it we're just following Deku. I don't like that. I want there to be different parts of a battlefield. Isn't this a thing that people want? I'm sure there's other people that want a whole battlefield experience. Huge battles, castles, huge dragons, just plenty of shit that goes unnoticed. Things, I want it to feel epic. I want it to feel like there's multiple people on the battlefield. I want it to feel like there's epic proportions going on. I want it to feel like that. Don't other people do? Come on. I want that personally. Okay? I want all that. And that's what I'm gonna do. And it's going to be flipping between characters. Most likely 2, but if I can, I'll get 3. But, yeah, like, what would be a good example? Like my Tien versus, what if Tien was the protagonist? Like, I'm gonna have him and Yamcha. Yamcha's gonna be actually a main part of the thing. You may think that he died, but, you haven't watched the part 3 What If, so fuck you. But yeah, Tien, the Ginyu Force is going to be fighting Yamcha, and Tien's going to be fighting Frieza. Like, there's so many things, those are both happening. So I'm going to be flipping between those perspectives. Now, that's going to be very interesting, and I think that is something that a lot of people were missing from their What Ifs. I might actually name this, like, Part 6 / Battlefield What Ifs. Like, I could have this discussion and my third thing. Well, oh, that's a good idea. Okay, I will do that. Now you see. Okay, so what else can we talk about? Okay, so what I want to talk about is that you're going to be able to choose between saving her and killing her. Now I'll have them both linked here and here at the end of the video, which is probably going to end in about, 2 minutes? And so I might split them up into different playlists if you want me to do that. You guys decide. Just comment. First commenter, I will do that. If you want me to or not. So those are going to be splitting up into 2 different series. Okay, you got to understand this. Don't just go to one. You should watch both. I'm not doing this to get extra people. I'm just saying that it's really interesting what will happen on Flip-Flop. Because in one, I'm going to spoil this. I'm going to make, when you save her, I'm going to make her a good guy. When you kill her, Battle of Extra Proportions in the first series. Now you see, that might end it faster, but I think it makes it more interesting, doesn't it? And who doesn't want anything to be just a little more interesting? Alright, I think that'll be it. Links here, right here. You guys decide. That'll be it. I will see you when I animate both of those. Narrate both of those. When I narrate both of those. Oh my god, I'm tired. Fuck! How tired are you guys? Comment down below because I am. Fucking hell. Also, I hear a lot of you guys are complaining about too much homework. And I'm not getting any homework. So, I need to know. Actually, for every single like on this video, I will recognize you guys as hard workers. Because I want to see how many people actually watch my videos, and it's not just me clicking over and over and over and over again for the video to reset. So yeah, I'm not just talking to myself. Hi, me from the future, studying me. Hi, me. Fuck you. Bye.